explain to me in any other way that is not neurobiologically based how being gay is produced.
Yeah, by your neurobiology. So I tell you how it's produced, and then you're like, do you understand like the absurdity of that question? I explain to you how it's produced, and then you're like, explain it to me in a different way without referencing your original explanation.
Okay, but how is the biology of the nervous system make you be gay? It doesn't make any sense. If we are biologically programmed to like the different gender, how is our biology of the nervous system?
Well, I mean, you seem to already be conceding that like there's biological programs that exist within the majority that would like show us to have sexual arousal towards the opposite gender. So it would quite literally work in the same way, right?
But biologically,
all right, dude, Vasco, I don't understand I don't care if you don't think it makes sense, right? If you want it to make sense to you, read the papers.
It is biologically incorrect then.
Define that.
Explain to me how. Okay, let me put it really simple. Okay. Biological creature is meant to reproduce. That's the whole purpose of life. Looking at it from a biological perspective, right?
And this is what makes it immoral because they can't reproduce.
How is a gay person supposed to reproduce?
And it's immoral because they can't reproduce.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is how is that biologically correct if we are deciding?
Wait, no. Wait, your original statement is that it's immoral because of this, and now like this is what we've been going down the rabbit hole for. So inevitably, like the conclusion that in which you reach is what is going to deem it as like
immoral.
Immoral, right? So would you say that infertility is immoral?
Okay, infertility is not a choice.
Wait, hold up. Wait, Vasco, it quite literally doesn't matter.
It's not a choice.
No, Vasco, you quite literally, it doesn't matter, right? Do you understand what you just said? You said that being gay is biologically incorrect because they can't reproduce, therefore immoral. Well, I disagree with the notion of biological incorrectness. However, there's, Zahan, I appreciate that subscription, a much larger agreement on biological incorrectness when it comes to certain cases of infertility, and they definitely can't reproduce. So, like, why don't you deem that as immoral? It seems as if, like, we have, like, some logical contradiction existing here.
Okay, hold on. So we came to the conclusion that being gay is not biologically correct, right?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that because our biology is designed to operate in that fashion, right? So if we talk about biological incorrectness, Rami, I appreciate that subscription. Like we're going to be talking about like what like deviates from our biology, and I would call like a deviation from our biology to be incorrect. However, gay men do not exert a deviation from their biology. They just simply exert like, an affiliation for their biology. And this is what the tests have shown, right? So the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research and the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA, use like MRIs, EEGs, fMRIs, and postmortem brain slices to quite literally show that sexual orientation is dependent upon these varying like physicalities of the brain and genome, right? And like, if we are to assume biological correctness or incorrectness of these sexual orientations and their display of such through, our interaction with the external world, gay people would be interacting with the external world in accordance to their biology. Therefore, this would lead to the obvious conclusion that this would be biologically correct, right? But irregardless of the assumed notion of biological correctness, it doesn't matter because there exists a contradiction because you do not deem infertility as immoral, right? So you say being gay is immoral because they can't have kids, yet infertility is not immoral regardless of the fact that they can't have kids.
All right. So
and also, chat, irregardless is a word. Look it up. Technically,
give me 5 seconds. I just forgot what
for the head arts. I know. I silence them. I get it.
Okay, so you said that being gay is biologically correct then, since people are born based off of your argument, right?
Yeah, it's biologically correct because they're acting in accordance with their biology.
Okay, so I'm going
to sunglasses.
Okay. So I'm gonna go down that path with you, okay? So just listen to me clear, okay? So if being gay was a product of biology and genes, which is what your argument is saying, then how are so many people born from a man and a woman born gay?
No, I don't know. Ask the scientists.
No, but it just doesn't make any sense, right? Because we've
I don't know, dude. Look at I don't know. I mean, it sounds like you're just more so asking a question to understand, right? No. Listen to me. Like, how is like a blonde hair person born from two parents with brown hair?
That's not what I'm talking about.
How do these differences within our genetic codes arise? Like, ask a
You
scientist.
seem to me like a smart man, right? So I'm guessing
Vasco. I have a better idea. Right?
You know about the theory of evolution, right?
Can you Vasco? Can you please disprove the science? Because what you are doing is you're trying to use some line of reasoning to disprove a study such as this or this. Tell me how you're disproving the science.
That disproves that.
No. This has nothing to do with your genome, right? Because you quoted a study that was like, there's no gay gene. Yeah, the size of the interior commissure is not a gene. And apparently it's from 1992, and it's from PBS. Not to mention, studies and other information shared on the validity of homosexuality from the 70s until the 90s were extremely prejudiced towards them.
Okay.
And this is commonly accepted as well, right? Not to mention that these studies are from the early 2000s, late 2000s until up to as soon as 3 years ago, man. So it's just it's an increasingly, we're just increasing our understanding on how the human body works. And especially when we're talking about neuroscience and neuroanatomy, this is a very new field because until very recent times, we haven't had the necessary means to really explore it that well. But now we do, and the exploration has led to discoveries such as the fact that gay men have bigger interior commissures or varying traits of their hypothalamuses. And now what I need you to do is disprove that it's actually true, right? Thank you for that.
Okay.
Love you.
Are you listening to me now?
Sure am.
You're gonna let me talk? Okay. So I want you to explain to me. Okay, so you know about the theory of evolution, right? Charles Darwin.
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay. So you know that natural selection is completely random in a way, right? Animals who are born with a better gene have more chance to survive, right? So this means, I want you to explain to me, how is being gay a natural thing, and how are there more people being gay that if you were gay, if you were born naturally gay, you wouldn't be able to reproduce, therefore spread your gene.
It's not necessarily how it works. Variation within the anatomy of humans is not necessitated upon genes. Variation can occur without recessive or non-recessive genomal structures, right? So,
well,
I mean, this is just an explanation, right?
I'm gonna tell you what I think, okay? I think being gay is a corruption of the human mind, okay? I don't think it's naturally occurring. I think
right, so you seem like a smart guy. You seem like a smart guy. Yeah, tell me where exactly this went wrong. Tell me, here's my big question that no one's been able to answer. Let's see if you can.
All right, you know what? Hold on.
No, Vasco, just listen. I want to ask you, stop. I'm asking a question. This is the big question that no one has answered. So first of all, this corruptness of the brain this is apparently what causes homosexuality. There's not one institution of medicine or science that says this. There's not one academic study that agrees with you, quite frankly, right? So all of the institutions, the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine Society, the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society for Sexual Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Physicians, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling Association, the American Public Health Association, the Netherlands Institute for Brain Research, the Center for Neurodoctrine Studies at the University of Pittsburgh, Massachusetts, the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA. All of these institutions, these huge reputable and credible institutions that study medicine, science, psychology, sociology, neurobiology, and otherwise have basically came to an agreement that it quite literally is natural and has some correlation to our anatomy, right? And this is through such studies as some that I've shown on screen, such as this one. And your claim out of the gate is that this study or studies like it, this one, this one, this one, or this one, or that they're false, they're misinformation, they're not correct. So big question is, if I give you the name of this study, can you go look it up and tell me where exactly it went incorrect? Persephone, I appreciate those hand hearts. I need you to point to a line of the study, and then say this is factually incorrect, and then to give your reasoning.
Look, man, you have 20,000 studies that you just pulled up, okay? I'm not gonna be able to read all of them and disprove.
How about one? No, disprove one of them.
Okay, give me one of them right now.
Thank God, dude. Yeah, so let's do this one. Sexual orientation and the size of the interior commissure in the human brain. DOI 10.1073/P-Nosh.89.15/7199.
Good. Wait, can you like send it to me real quick or something?
What's up?
Can you like send it to me?
No, you gotta look it up, right? They're also in my Discord.
Yeah, sexual orientation and what?
Just sexual orientation, interior commissure.
Okay, I think I'm gonna make you lose viewers, so you should.
You are.
You know what you should do? You should put this like up, like down there, like put one of them and say like disprove this this website or something.
I mean, I'm just willing to bet that you can't disprove it. Like, I don't mind losing viewers.
Like I would need some time.
What's up?
Like I would need some time to read all of this. It's a long.
Yeah, here's, how about this? Read it, come back. I do this topic almost every day.
Okay. Well then, okay, I have another argument for you, okay?
Okay, please make it your last.
Alright, I will. Okay, so we know, biologically speaking, right? Factually speaking, that the purpose of a biological being is to reproduce, right?
No.
Yes, it is.
Purpose is like prescriptive purpose probably doesn't exist. Unless
Yes,
you believe in God.
Okay, well, that's something else. You're talking about ideology, I'm talking about biology.
Alright. Okay, so like there exists like, like,
yes, survive and reproduce. That's the basic purpose of life.
Okay.
Okay, so I want you to explain to me how a gay person who was born with this gay gene is supposed to reproduce and complete its own purpose as a biological being.
IVF or surrogacy.
What does that mean?
In vitro fertilization or surrogacy are ways in which gay men can reproduce.
Okay, is that biologically possible?
Yeah.
Other than through science?
Oh, you see, you denoted the purpose, and it seems as if they can complete this purpose. So.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's basic science and men cannot reproduce.
Right, but what I'm getting at here is that like reproduction is still possible. So if like humans carry this purpose of reproduction, well, it is quite literally possible for a gay man to do this. Not to mention that earlier you deemed infertility, bro. Vasco, earlier, wait,
cannot reproduce.
Yeah, can an infertile woman can an infertile woman and an infertile man reproduce? No, that's basic science. Come on, use your brain, bro. But yeah, you said that wasn't immoral.
Now listen to me, okay?
Yeah, you said that wasn't immoral, bro.
All right.
Come on. Use your brain. Bro, literally, you said earlier that infertility is not immoral, yet two infertile people cannot reproduce in the same sense that two gay men cannot reproduce. So
infertility is different, though.
Who cares, dude? No, you just lined it out yourself. You said the basic purpose of humanity is to reproduce, and you asked me, how can a gay man like yield offspring? Yeah, by IVF or surrogacy. Then you throw that out the window for whatever fun. Now listen, just listen. Don't do it. I don't know who you think you are. Just keep interrupting me. You said the basic purpose of humanity is to like reproduce. In other words, to yield offspring. A gay man can yield offspring via means of IVF or surrogacy. On the contrary, you did deem infertility is not immoral, even though if you have infertility, you have no means to yield offspring. So this assertion that the purpose of humanity is to reproduce and anything that digresses from this is like fucking fallacious as hell. Why? Because you deemed infertility is not immoral, yet it digresses from this. So this purpose is fallacious. And then when I actually brought up means as to how a gay man could reproduce, such as IVF or surrogacy, you just said, oh, those don't, fuck that, that's only modern science. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like, stop being dogmatic, stop being dense, and just, like, realize things for as they are. Gay men can reproduce by IVF or surrogacy, and even if they couldn't, it wouldn't matter because you yourself said that infertility was not immoral and they can't reproduce.
I think what you just told me, like, about that, I mean, like, resurgency BS or whatever, all that you said, I think that's BS. But, I mean, I'm gonna
What is
respect
BS?
bullshit. The way that men can reproduce.
Well, thank you for the sunglasses. Okay, well, they still can, so that's fun.
Yeah, okay. Through science, like, through alteration of...
Sure, then we could just act like those don't exist. We could just act like those don't exist because you still called infertility not immoral. They can't reproduce, so.
Okay. But you see, what I'm trying to tell you is that being gay is not it's
being
not.
gay is immoral. This is your claim.
It's not a genetic product. Being gay is a choice.
Yeah. So disprove the science. I gave you a study. You have to disprove that study before you call it a choice.
Right,
and like
man.
in a similar regard, could you choose to be like sexually attracted or aroused by me right now?
Look, man, no, because
no, you couldn't.
I know
therefore being gay is not a choice.
I know I like women.
Wait, Vasco, you just said being gay is a choice, but you can't choose to be gay. That's interesting.
Yeah, because I don't want to choose to be gay. I don't want.
Can you choose to want to?
You see, that doesn't make any sense.
Answer my question. Can you choose to want to be gay right now?
Yes.
Right. So then do it.
What the hell? What do you mean? Like, I'm telling you right now.
No. It's quite obviously clear. Like us as like straight males, we can't choose to be aroused to each other. There's not enough willpower in my bones, in my blood, in my body, in my brain for me to like be able to want to stick it in your ass, man. And I mean, this is supported by the science, such as the studies I showed. You weren't able to disprove the studies, yet you just still claim this dogmatic belief that it's a choice. And then I bet you also really wouldn't be able to explain how we observe homosexuality in over 3,000 animal species, yet these animals cannot make conscious cognitive choices in the same way that we can.
Okay, I want to know, can those animals...
There's so much that we could do.
Okay, can those animals reproduce homosexually?
Yeah, no, they can't.
Okay,
this isn't what's being asked. Vasco, engage with the question being asked. You said, Vasco, bro, no. You said being gay is a choice, yet we observe homosexuality within the animals, therefore, and the animals can't make choices, therefore, it's not a choice. I'm so tired of you.
Look, man, okay, honestly, I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay?
I mean, you don't have any grounds to stand on. I've discredited every single one of your arguments.
Yeah, there's some, like, fucking bullshit argument you pulled out of nowhere.
Man, if you want to cope by calling it a BS argument, it
doesn't make any sense. It's very simple. I'm gonna lay down my argument in like 5 words. Okay, we are biological beings. We're programmed to like the other gender. If you're gay, you can't reproduce. So your gene is not gonna continue. Therefore, it doesn't explain why there are so many gay people, thus proving my idea that being gay is an idea.
Yeah. Do you have one scientific study to back that?
All right, you know what, man? I'm gonna look all these up, okay? I'm gonna come back with articles, okay?
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
All right, you have a good one too.
Yeah, he was about to cry, chat. So yeah, his claim is that it's a choice, and there's no grounding. Thank you for the sunglasses. And then he doesn't have any science to back it. And then when I give him mine, he's like, "Oh, it's bullshit." I mean, God, guys, the same thing that we've had literally all night long. Unfortunately, y'all, I think that is going to be my last debate for the night. If I do any more, I might just go crazy. Jesse, thank you so much for the hand arts. I think it's I haven't drinking enough water today. I haven't eaten enough today. I feel so lightheaded. I feel like I could just end the live and then just pass the fuck out. I don't feel that good at all. I'm being so real, chat. I do not feel that good at all right now. But hey, everyone, before you leave, make sure you hit that follow button. If this button is red, also, tippity tap tap away on the screen. Maybe we get it 2 million before we end. Everyone, just spam the likes. If this button right here is red, hit that shit, make it go white. I do debates like these quite literally every single day. You already know, baby. Liz, thank you so much for that Galaxy W, Liz. Also, make sure to join the Discord. The link to the Discord's in the bio. I love going in there and hanging out and stuff. If you've enjoyed the streams, you come back on a later date, maybe consider subscribing. Subscribing is one of the best ways to support me, just because that's income that I can rely on, because it's reoccurring. But anyways, guys, everyone have a phenomenal night. I love you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. This is Dean out.